The clear blue skies over Marana, Arizona were shattered on Wednesday morning. What began as a serene day quickly turned into a scene of chaos and heartbreak. A mid-air collision between two small planes turned a routine flight into a tragedy. The collision was sudden and unexpected, leaving little time for either pilot to react. The incident occurred near the Marana Regional Airport, a facility frequented by recreational pilots and flight schools. This airport is known for its bustling activity, with many small aircraft taking off and landing daily. 2 people lost their lives, casting a somber shadow over the aviation community and raising concerns about safety in uncontrolled airspace. The wreckage scattered across the landscape was a grim reminder of the fragility of life. This tragic event is a stark reminder of the inherent risks associated with air travel, even in seemingly peaceful skies. It highlights the need for constant vigilance and adherence to safety protocols. While commercial aviation boasts a relatively strong safety record, accidents like this underscore the importance of vigilance, communication, and adherence to safety protocols, especially in environments where pilots rely heavily on their own judgment. The role of air traffic control in managing busy airspace cannot be overstated. As investigators begin to piece together the events leading up to the collision, the families and friends of the victims are left grappling with their loss. Memorials and tributes are being planned to honor the lives lost as the community comes together in mourning and support. The collision involved a Cessna 172S, a widely recognized aircraft in the aviation community for its dependability and ease of use, and a Lancair 360 Mk2, a sleek, high-performance aircraft known for its speed and agility, often piloted by seasoned aviators. The Cessna, a ubiquitous training aircraft known for its reliability, was able to land safely after the impact. Its pilot, demonstrating remarkable skill and composure, managed to bring the damaged plane down without further incident. However, the Lancair, a faster and more maneuverable aircraft often favored by experienced pilots, crashed near the airport, engulfed in flames. The scene was chaotic, with smoke billowing into the sky and debris scattered across the ground. The crash site, a grim testament to the violence of the impact, was quickly secured by first responders. Firefighters and paramedics worked tirelessly to control the blaze and search for any survivors amidst the wreckage. The wreckage of the Lancair, twisted and charred, lay scattered across the desert landscape. The once sleek and powerful aircraft was now a mangled heap of metal, a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the dangers inherent in aviation. The Cessna, despite its successful landing, bore the scars of the collision, its fuselage dented and its wing damaged. The pilot, though shaken, was unharmed and credited the aircraft's sturdy design for his survival. The contrast between the two aircraft only served to highlight the capricious nature of fate in such accidents. While one aircraft managed to land safely, the other was reduced to wreckage, underscoring the unpredictable outcomes of mid-air collisions. Marana Regional Airport, like many smaller airports across the country, operates as an uncontrolled field. This designation means that the airport does not have an operating air traffic control tower. Instead, pilots rely on a system known as Common Traffic Advisory Frequency, or CTF, to announce their positions and intentions. While this system works effectively in many cases, it places a greater onus on pilots to maintain situational awareness and avoid potential conflicts. In uncontrolled airspace, pilots are essentially responsible for their own separation from other aircraft. This requires constant vigilance, clear communication, and a thorough understanding of visual flight rules. The lack of a controlling authority in the tower means that pilots must be extra cautious and proactive in maintaining safe distances from other aircraft. The National Transportation Safety Board, or NTSB, the agency responsible for investigating civil aviation accidents in the United States, has dispatched a team to Marana. The Federal Aviation Administration, or FAA, is also involved in the investigation, as is customary in such incidents. The investigation, a meticulous and complex process, will likely take months to complete. Investigators will examine the wreckage, analyze radar data, and interview witnesses, including the pilot of the Cessna. They will also review the pilot's flight experience, training records, and medical histories. The goal is to determine the cause of the collision and identify any factors that may have contributed to the tragic outcome. Section 5. Remembering the victims. As the investigation continues, the families and friends of the victims are left to cope with their loss. The two individuals who perished in the crash have not yet been publicly identified, pending notification of next of kin. However, their absence leaves a void in the lives of those who knew and loved them. The aviation community, particularly those who frequented Marana Regional Airport, is also mourning the loss of fellow aviators. The incident serves as a poignant reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of cherishing every moment. Section 6. A recent surge in aviation incidents. This tragedy comes amid a troubling series of aviation incidents in recent weeks. The aviation industry, known for its rigorous safety standards, is now facing unprecedented scrutiny. Since January 29, 2025, there have been several close calls and fatal accidents that have shaken the industry and raised concerns about air safety. These incidents have not only caused loss of life, but have also instilled fear among passengers and crew members alike. These incidents include a near collision at Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport, which could have resulted in a catastrophic disaster had it not been averted at the last moment. A medevac plane crash in Philadelphia, which tragically claimed the lives of all on board and raised questions about the safety of medical evacuation flights, and a fatal plane crash near Nome, Alaska, where harsh weather conditions made rescue operations extremely challenging. While each incident is unique and requires its own investigation, the common thread of human error and mechanical failure cannot be ignored. The sheer number of events in such a short time frame is unusual and has prompted calls for increased scrutiny of aviation safety protocols. Authorities are now under pressure to implement more stringent measures to ensure the safety of air travel. Some experts have pointed to factors such as pilot fatigue, aging infrastructure, and the increasing demands on air traffic control systems as potential contributors to the recent uptick in incidents. The increasing complexity of airspace, with more flights than ever before, adds another layer of risk. As the industry grapples with these challenges, the focus remains on preventing future tragedies and restoring public confidence in air travel. Section 7. The Quest for Answers. The investigation into the Marana collision will undoubtedly focus on several key questions. What were the pilot's actions and communications leading up to the collision? Did weather or visibility play a role? Was there a mechanical failure in either aircraft? And perhaps most importantly, could anything have been done to prevent this tragedy? The NTSB will meticulously analyze all available data to piece together the events leading up to the crash. Their findings, once released, will hopefully provide some answers and recommendations to prevent similar tragedies from occurring in the future. The aviation industry as a whole will be watching closely, eager to learn from this tragedy and enhance safety measures wherever possible. Section 8. Ensuring safer skies. The Marana collision serves as a stark reminder of the importance of aviation safety. While flying remains statistically safer than many other forms of transportation, there is no room for complacency. The NTSB's investigation, along with the industry's response, will be crucial in ensuring that lessons are learned and applied to prevent future tragedies. The goal is not to eliminate risk entirely, as that is impossible in any form of human endeavor. Instead, the focus must be on mitigating risks through rigorous training, robust safety protocols, and a culture of continuous improvement. By learning from past mistakes and embracing technological advancements, the aviation industry can strive to make the skies safer for everyone.